want y'all to answer me this. Whenever we go to Matthew, right? Whenever we go to Luke, and we use these scriptures, whenever we go to Isaiah chapter 7, and we say, look, the virgin shall conceive, right? And we use these scriptures to substantiate that Mashiach was born of a virgin. Where's the first place they go to disprove that Mashiach was born of a virgin and that Joseph had to be the father? Where do they take you? Do y'all know? It's all right to say. I mean, I'm a
say what?
I said, whenever we go to Isaiah 7, and when we go to Matthew, and we go to Luke to prove that Mary was a virgin and that Mashiach was born of a virgin, right? Where is the first place, and one of the first places they go to try to disprove that and to say that Joseph had to have sex with Mary?
I really don't know. Where did that cliff go, disciple? He went to the part when the Holy Ghost came to Joseph and the Holy Ghost came to Mary. That's where he went to. They go to 2 Samuel. Oh no! Oh, talking about where they went to in the video. I'm talking about okay. All right.
They go to
I had to come through the seed of David. Okay. Yeah.
Right. They go to 2 Samuel. All right. And they go to I think in Psalms 116, where he swore with an oath that of the fruit of his loins he was going to raise up Christ in the Psalms, right?
Yep.
Where he swore with the oath and a promise that of the fruit of his loins he was going to sit on his throne and continue his throne. This is 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 12. It says, and when thy days be fulfilled, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, right? I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. Now, this out of thy bowels could represent a direct descendant, meaning your son, or it could represent your future descendants, right? Now, this term is not specific to male or female. It could mean either, right? Which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. So this is speaking of Mashiach, right? But it's saying from thy bowels. This part is not specific, right? But who he's speaking of is specific, right? So he's saying, I'm going to set up thy seed after thee. Hold on. I'm going to set up thy seed after thee, and I will establish his kingdom. And I will establish his kingdom, right? Now let's go look at how this reads in 1 Chronicles chapter 17 and verse 11. It's the same thing, but let's look at how this reads. It says, and it shall come to pass when thy days be expired, that thou must go to be with thy fathers, and I will raise up thy seed after thee, which shall be of thy sons, and I will establish his kingdom. Meaning that this seed that I'm gonna raise up is gonna be of your sons, right? He's gonna be among your sons that's further down the line, or among your descendants. He's saying, I will raise up thy seed after thee. All right, so now my question is, we just read 2 Samuel, right? 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 12 through 14, where he said, I'm going to set up your seed. And then in 1 Chronicles, he said, I'm going to raise up thy seed. All right. What I want to point out right here, this term right here, raise up. Now, remember, whenever we go to Matthew and Luke to prove that Mary was born of a virgin, right? or we go to Isaiah to prove that Mary was born of a virgin and not the biological son of Joseph. They counter that with 2 Samuel and with 1 Chronicles 17:11, saying basically, how could Mashiach not have been the biological son of Joseph when right here the Most High is saying that the Most High is going to raise up his seed, right? Talking to David. In the 2 Samuel, he's saying, I'm going to set up thy seed, right? This is where they come to disprove that Yahoshua was born of a virgin and to prove that Joseph was the father, right? But let me show you something. Let's go to Acts, the 2nd chapter. Because my question is, why when we go to Isaiah 7, Matthew the 1st chapter, and Luke the 1st chapter to prove that Mashiach was born of a virgin, why do y'all counter that with 2 Samuel 7 and 1 Corinthians 17 when these two verses have nothing to do with the birth of Mashiach? I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to Acts 2. We go to the book of Isaiah, Matthew, and Luke to establish the birth of Mashiach, to prove that he was born of a virgin, and they counter that with 2 Samuel and 1 Chronicles to say that he wasn't born of a virgin. He had to be born of Joseph's physical seed, even though nowhere does it say Joseph had sex with Joseph. Joseph had sex with Mary. So let's go to Acts 2 and verse 30, right? It says, therefore, being a prophet, and knowing that Elohim has sworn with an oath to him, that of the fruit of his loins, according to the flesh, he would raise up Mashiach to sit on his throne. He will raise up Mashiach to sit on his throne. What does 2 Samuel say? 1 Corinthians say? He said, I'm going to raise up your seed after you, right? And this is pretty much confirming that David being a prophet, right? Because he was speaking to David. David being a prophet, knowing that the Most High sworn with an oath to him, that of the fruit of his loins, according to the flesh, he would raise up Mashiach to sit on his throne. He, seeing this before, spake of the resurrection of Mashiach, that his soul was not left in hell, neither his flesh did see corruption, right? So why, when we go once again to Isaiah 7, and when we go to Matthew's 1, and when we go to Luke 1 to prove that Mashiach was a virgin, right? That he was born of a virgin, dealing with his birth, because all three of those are dealing with the birth of Mashiach. Why do y'all go to 2 Samuel and 1 Chronicles to prove that he had to be born from the seed of Joseph, the physical seed of Joseph, when those two passages have nothing to do with the birth of Mashiach? It's dealing with the resurrection of Mashiach.